weren't able to move the ball and do the things. We were on worst enemy early on. We had penalties, we get off schedule, had a turnover, but they fought and they fought. And we talked about at halftime coming out. We were going to finish things off, and they did a great job of that. Extremely proud of them and our staff as well.
What are you going to remember most about this game?
You know what? It's been a long time coming, just to play the game, regardless of, obviously we want to win. But the work these kids have put in and the staff have put in for the last 2.5 years for me and some others, and for them to come out and have a positive night that we can build on, hugging each one of them after the game, that's what it's about, honestly. And that's me. I don't get caught up in all the other stuff, but just the players and the way the thing finished, and see their faces after all they've done. It just couldn't end any better.
I know you referenced a fumble and a penalty, but you really didn't have like those slapstick moments that sometimes a first-time program might have the first game.
We penalties and stuff like that, but we weren't. We didn't go out there and go haywire today. Now, early on defense, getting settled into what they were doing, they took that first drive and it was like the whole quarter. But I think a little bit of that was first game, identifying what they're doing, everything going on. But once they settled down and we stopped the screen was our nemesis. And then finally we got that fixed when we picked it off for a touchdown. But other than that, I thought defensively really played fairly well after early on, some of that stuff. And offensively, once we got going and didn't beat ourselves, we were on worst enemy. I mean, we would have a penalty, get us off schedule. We were able to do some things. But like I said, early on, I was just proud of the way they didn't tuck their, they didn't have their heads down. There was never a doubt in their mind what was going to happen.
Who got the game balls?
We don't do that until after we grade the tape. Yeah. Dr. Pap gave me my first game ball ever today. I'm pretty fired up about it.
That's the first one you've ever received?
It's the first game ball I've ever gotten as a coach. As a coach, I've never gotten a game ball. First win, first game ball. So, but our staff, I can't say enough great things about just everybody involved with this program. Obviously, it's not me. It's a group effort. I'm proud of everybody.
Is Trey okay?
Everybody's okay. We don't have anybody hurt. We had some guys cramp up late in the game. I think the adrenaline rush early on, I think it took its toll later on. Obviously, we're going to go back and make sure we do all the things we can to prevent that. But I think a lot of that is just that adrenaline when you haven't done this for a long time and you go out and you expend a lot of energy. We caught up with some of those guys late. Nobody got hurt. We just had some guys cramp up. Some of them could have stayed in the game, but the point we were at, it wasn't necessary.
Your first game as a head coach, how did it feel?
It was awesome. Everything kind of going on early there, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Here we go, it's gonna be one of those nail biters. But it was good. We were prepared. Like I said, we had a good plan. Both sides of the ball, special teams, we had a good plan. Our kids did a good job. I was concerned about them being crazy early on. And like I said, they really didn't. There was going to be some misassignments and all that, but it wasn't like I thought it might have been. But the whole day today, I'm watching our kids around the hotel, and they had an air of confidence about them. I wasn't sure how they were going to be. We hadn't played anybody. But they had a little air of confidence about them. I was kind of worried it was going to tilt too far, but they had a little air of confidence about them. And they were different out there today. They've been playing against each other, and it was different. So I was excited to see. I was proud to see them. They were ready to go. They played with a little intensity. They flew around and played. I was proud of them.
What was bigger play, the intercepted screen for a touchdown